Good afternoon, it's Tony again from Paranormal Investigation UK, and the date today is the 1st of January 2021, and we're reviewing the first piece of footage from the 20th of December, which was a Sunday at 06:47, so it's about 10 to 7 on Sunday. I think just double check that the 20th is a Sunday. Sunday the 20th of December. This time it's unusually in the empty room. This particular area has been relatively quiet, although we have got some footage that was recorded. I think it was around about the 19th of December, when an audio recorder was left there, and we got some quite intriguing results, certainly in 8 minutes of what sounded like residual noise, male, female talking, factory noises, that type of thing, which was unusual considering that the building itself was completely empty. So when we're looking at patterns, because I've had this case since May of 2020, this empty room compared to the main office shows more residual phenomena, noises, bangs, plenty of voices, and also a high number of light anomalies, which are also apparent in there, which is fundamentally different to the main office, which is predominantly just dealing with, it seems to be, raps. So I've never been able to understand why one room produces phenomena completely different to another room, but it does. There are also quiet periods. So for example, if we look at what I'm doing again, is I'm doing a further pattern of activity. The black is the main office, the green is the roof area, ceiling cavity area, and the blue is the empty office. So the last recorded activity was the 11th of the 12th, an unknown bang. So we're now on the 20th, and we're now experiencing a further one. So it's had a period of about 9 days there of relatively no activity. So it's just a question now, just going through these. There's quite a high number of what I would call captures yet to be reviewed. Probably around about 20 I think I've got to go at. You know, if you look at the 19th, we've got 3 there. 18th had no activity. 16th, 17th, there are raps in the main office, but when you look at it in context, it seems to be every day. The 9th, the 10th we had no activity, the 12th just 1, 13th 4, 14th 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 15th is 5, 16th there were 3, 16, 17, it seems to peter out. So there is a steady decline of activity. What I might actually do with this is, when I get a bit further on with this, what intention is to continue with this now, unless the main office begins to flatline again, as it did do in November into December. quite a long period of no activity whatsoever, and just to bring it to graph form to see if we can see what's occurring here. Because the UK is now into full flows of winter, we've got to consider the building itself cooling down, that type of thing. Although it's 6:47, I'm not sure when the heating comes back on, but again it could explain the reason why it suddenly begin to heat up again. So I'm still not completely sure what's occurring. That some of the raps certainly are suggestive of something other than a rational explanation. Others appear to have a rational explanation. So I think the picture is still a little bit cloudy, a bit confusing. I think we've just got to go through the phenomena and just to see if we can find any common threads that may point us to a particular direction. So we'll get into this one. So this is, just recap, this is the 20th of December now, just coming up to about 10 to 7 on Sunday morning. Let me just stop that a second. Spin the EQ up. This particular camera, which I called camera 1 in the entry room, is a little bit noisy. If you turn up too much, you get a lot of growly sound it leaks in. Ooh, now that sounds metal. Okay, what we'll do, I've turned it up. Let's go all the way through, see if there's anything visual, and listen to the rest of the track to see if there's anything else that's in there. We had absolutely no voices whatsoever in the main office. It's only this room that seems to produce it. I've amplified this quite high, so if there is any sounds, it may be outside contamination. So we're going to turn it back down just to see if we can analyse that further. Okay. Nothing there, nothing visual, so we can go back to the beginning. We can actually see that spike in frequency there. I'm going to put this back to 0, so we're in normal volume now. Bring up the analyzer. Let's see where this one takes us. This does sound metal. There. Okay, let's loop that. Couldn't get an average reading. So we've got a fundamental frequency of around 800 Hz. These are reflections, hardly suggestive of a rational reason. Normally, when we're dealing with raps in this property, in this particular room, we would just get one tower shape of frequency, none of this reverberation, which is what you would expect with a rational noise. Yeah, I'm comfortable of saying that has a rational explanation. It's just nothing like, I can't explain the noise, but if we compare that to the work that we've done with the raps, it's highly suggestive of something to do with the building itself cooling down. This is why I said earlier that we need to be careful and take into account the environmental aspects of this building settlement due to the building either cooling down or heating back up. There's just too much resonance in that for me. It's certainly different to what we normally expect. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this down to, as I've said many times, we haven't got the answers for everything. I don't know what's made that sound. There's nothing in the frequency that suggests it's paranormal. If all this side area from say 1000 Hz was missing, then I would be pointing towards something unusual. But there's a lot of reflections here. It's quite loud anyway, and that does point towards a rational explanation. So it's unexplained, more likely a natural event that we just simply don't know what that is. So okay, right, so that's we're actually on number right now. What move is this one? 224. Okay, see you on the next one.